Ahoy there, me hearties! This be Captain Silver Hook, and you're listening to the Two Old Pirates podcast. Set sail for an open sea of stories, tales, and some really crazy stuff. I expect you to like and subscribe, lest you be walking the plank. Ha ha ha!
Hello everybody, it's the Two Old Pirates. It's your boy Eric. I'm back for podcast episode 61. This will be a short podcast and it'll be detailing when my friends and I in the 5th grade thought we'd killed the librarian. Sit back and I hope that you enjoy this short story, 100% true, from Eric's True Stories. Okay, you have to go back in time. This is like 1979, 1980. We're at Rockport Elementary and we're in the 4th or 5th grade, something like that. Remember, this is the late 70s, beginning of the 80s. No air conditioning. If anybody is around my age who went to school in any elementary, getting your little gold and gold and green and red and blue stars up on the chart that the teacher would keep up there, and there's always perfect little Mr. So-and-so and Mrs. So-and-so that would get all their like little bitty stars. What happened is we found out that you could go ahead and get like little gifts and stuff for the more books you read. Now, we were only allowed to go to the library, I think it was once a week, unless you did certain things like made hundreds on tests, and if you got enough gold stars, then you could trade that in for scratch and sniff stickers. There was, little erasers and stuff like that. But one other thing that you could get is you could get a pass to go to the library, so you could go twice in a week. And remember, the more books you read, you got other stuff. So my friends and I started, doing the best that we could on the little bitty tests and quizzes and homework that we had in 4th and 5th grade. It wasn't anything dramatic, but we were making really, really good grades. And we would go ahead and get, those, gold, especially the gold stars up there. And we would get these. Well, the thing is, we were always in the library. And so we would try to get to the library as often as we could. Remember, there was no internet back then, no cell phones, no computers, nothing. But we had books. And so we would read books. Well, the thing is, the librarian there, every single time that we'd be in there, we'd be leaning back in our chairs reading a book. And she'd come by and slowly push us forward and say, don't lean back in the chair, don't lean back in the chair, don't lean back in the chair. And so we were all like, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. So one day at lunch, we decided to get together and we're eating and we're like, man, so-and-so got in trouble again for leaning back in his chair. Why, I don't understand why she has to be like that. So the next time that we got our little bitty passes and we went back to the library, one of the kids said, hey, ma'am, why do you always tell us not to lean back? And she's all, oh, because I can't stand the sight of blood. So we're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Our little 9 and 10-year-old brains are just going like this. So we decided at the next lunch to go ahead and pull a prank on her. So what we did is we went in and everybody got 2 or 3 ketchup packets, Heinz ketchup packets, for whatever we were getting, tater tots or whatever they gave us that day. And we saved them. We didn't throw them away. And over that lunch, we decided to put together a scheme to trick the librarian. Dumb little boys, 9 or 10. So what we did is there's about 3 or 4 of us, and we kept on doing really good on our grades. And besides that, once a week when the class got to go, when there was far more people in the library to get away with something, we waited for a day when it would just be us going in there. And so we knew mostly on, I think it was Mondays. Nobody really ever went on Mondays. They wanted to go on Friday and burn off some steam and stuff. So to make a long story short, what we did is on a Monday, we all went in there, and I was chosen to be the person to lead her astray into these shelves and shelves and shelves of books. So I don't even remember what I was asking about, but we asked, and I knew that there was like that type of book, whatever it was. I don't know, it was like King Arthur or something like that. It was on the other side of the library. So what we did is I said, Miss So-and-so, can you show me where the books about like Sir Lancelot and the Green Knight? And so she said, oh, that's wonderful stuff. And Eric, you'll love it. And yes, we'll go over here. So she took me to the far side of the library. And while I was doing that, of course, they took out the ketchup packets. Now, we could have taken ketchup from home and stuff. We were so young and so stupid that we didn't even think about it. But what we did is we took out the ketchup packets and they opened them up and squirted them all over the ground. So then my sign was whenever you heard a bang. Whenever you heard that bang, that means that they were ready. So what they did is they had a kid lay down and put his head next to the ketchup. I know it sounds stupid. And then they went ahead and took the chair and slammed it on the ground and yelled, "Miss, miss, miss, miss." And she's like, "Oh, Eric, excuse me." And she went running around the corner. So when I heard what sounded like something else fall, I raced from the books and I came around the corner and she had passed out from seeing the ketchup and thinking that the kid had been hurt. And then we knew we were in trouble. So we were like kind of pushing her like, "Hey, miss, wake up, wake up." And she wasn't really coming to. So one of us had to draw the shortest straw, as they say, and go down to the principal and say that the librarian had passed out in the library. And so they rushed down there. They found her. They saw the ketchup. They saw us. We got in trouble. And that was the end of kids winning the ability to go to the library whenever they wanted to. Yeah, not proud of the story, but it's one of those things. Stupid kids, stupid time. Don't do that, kids. Anyways, I hope that you enjoy this short episode of Eric's True Stories, the time that we thought we killed the librarian. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this episode. It's very, very short, and I hope that you like and will subscribe and share. And peace. I'll see you for episode 62 soon.